Alright, today I'm going to do a demo on the Magnus Bullheads. These are 100 grains. I'm going to be shooting from 10 and 20 yards with my Reflex Brohawk with carbon flurry arrows. 10 yards first shot. I'm going to be shooting at this turkey target. Stuck in the ground on a stake. We'll be shooting at a pillow. And when you shoot if you buy these broadheads and you want to practice shoot with them, don't shoot them at a foam target or anything. They say to, but don't do it because your blades, they will bend. They're like, it's just not good to have that solid of an impact with them. So I shoot them at a pillow that's just leaned up against something, and I put a pillow underneath it. So this is my setup here. Put a pillow behind the target and then put a pillow underneath the target, just so if it does bounce off, it lands on here. Alright, that was my first shot, and did a pretty good number to it. Put about a 2-inch cut on it. Hit right in the middle there, so it probably would have been a kill. Right there. So I'll take another couple shots at 10 yards and then I'll move back to 20. Right on this one, the second shot from 10 yards. I hit basically the same spot, just did a bit more of a split. I hit a little bit farther over to the left, so that definitely would have been a kill shot. Yeah, so, but with these blades, I'm using these blades for practicing, so I've been shooting them quite a bit at this pillow, so they've gotten quite dull. So it's probably not going to one shot and trim this right in half here. It's going to take a couple shots, so. But I do have sharper blades for when turkey season comes, so I'll be using those. These are just practicing. So yeah, I'll take another couple shots. These ones are going to be from 20 yards this time. Alright, at 20 yards, as you can see here, I took a shot and I got him. I broke the neck here. These were at 10 yards. There was already a cut there, but when I hit at this 20-yard shot, as there, definitely a kill shot. He ain't doing too good. So yeah, I'll take one more just at the target just to see. Like, I haven't sighted these in any different from my field points or my fixed blade broadheads. I shoot a Muzzy 100 grain and just the normal field tip 100 grain. These are 100 grain Magnus Bullheads. So yeah, I'm just gonna shoot a dot on the pillow just to show you how well they're actually sighted without any sighting. Just flying from your field points. Alright guys, first I'm gonna shoot at this black dot on this pillow here. I'm just gonna shoot with a field point and see where it hits, and then I'm gonna shoot with a Magnus Bullhead. So we'll see the comparison there. Alright, that last one was with a field point at 10 yards. Now I'm just going to shoot with the Magnus Bullhead. Alright, as you can see, the Bullhead came very close to the field point. The field point hit about right here. That's where the Magnus hit. As you can see, the huge hole that it makes in this pillow. Just imagine what it's going to do to a turkey's head. Alright, so when you're shooting when you buy your pack of bullheads, you're not going to want to cut the arrows like you normally would your field points. So when you draw this bow back, if you have these broadheads coming all the way back to your fingers here, in your hands, how you're supposed to be shooting, you're not going to want to have your fingers near those blades because they are very sharp. You don't want to cut your fingers off. So leave a couple inches here on the end of the arrow, so that they can clear from underneath your sight and be out of the way of your fingers. Alright guys, I just got some kits for you here. I'm going to show you just some simple things that you can do out in the field for when you are sitting in your blind or shooting or whatever you got to do to make that spring turkey season work out for you. So what you're going to want to do is, if you're practicing at say 10, 15, 20 yards, okay, let's just say 10 and 20 yards, and you're standing when you practice. You're standing up and you're shooting down like this, aiming at your targets, flinging some arrows. You're going to want to practice sitting down in a stool like you would be in your blind. So you're not going to be standing up shooting like this out of your blind when you're turkey hunting. You're probably going to be either like this or sitting on a stool. So how do you practice this? Simple. Get a stool, shoot. And all you gotta do when you're done that is figure out what you need to do if that big tom comes in at a weird yard. So if you're shooting at 10 yards and 20 yards and that tom comes in at 15 yards, you gotta know how much move or how much move down or whatever you gotta do to make that shot perfect. So if you're using the bullheads like me, you're going to want to get a good headshot or somewhere on the neck to cut his head off. So what I do, I'll make my yardages, put a little stake in the ground at 10 and 20 yards, and walk up to where 10 yards is, and then go to say 18 yards or 15 yards and shoot from there, and then see where my arrows are hitting the target. So when you're out in the field and that tom comes in, you range him and he's at 15 yards, you're going to know where to shoot because you know where your arrows are hitting on the target at 15 yards. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.